Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome. Today is... Oh, weeks. Today is Monday. First stream of the week. I completely destroyed my webcam setup at some point. I have no idea what would have done that. Give me 1 second. So I know I kicked it before, but normally, like, it can't move that much, but somehow, some way, it is moved, like, way, way past where I've really ever seen it before. Alright. It's this wire. Like a wire that's stuck behind. But normally, like, I've never had to move that wire before. Okay. We'll give this a try. I think I'm, like, tilted as well. I'm pretty sure it's tilted. Either way, good to see everybody. Welcome. Multiple things lined up today, if I get to them. I've been talking a lot about Steam Replay lately. So we have 2025's replay. We were able to show that in the past. I'll bring it up again. I think we can go to it from Steam itself. Alright, so we were doing Steam Replay the other day. That shows you, like, all the games that you've played this year. We already know my number 1 game was Marvel Rivals, number 2, Path of Exile 2, number 3, Path of Exile 1. And then I believe it's Dead Cells after that. Yeah. And then Orcs Must Die after that. So pretty cool. But most of these games did not come out this year. So what we're going to be looking at today, starting from January, or at least some of the roguelikes I've played throughout the year. Specifically, like the first time that they get released. So Hyperlight Breaker is going to be our first one for January. I have another list of everything that came out. So this is January. Hyperlight Breaker, Hellskate. I guess I have to scroll all the way down to go back to page 1. What in the world? Cryptical Path also says January. So we'll see. We'll at least be able to get through a couple of Januaries. Talk about what I liked and what I didn't like, and then maybe do some February. Only gonna do like one attempt at each game. Talk about it as I go. I am not trying to like giga push for content in each game. Hopefully it shows us what it has to offer before it's too late. Either way, good to see everybody. White Shadow, welcome on in. Happy holidays to you if I haven't given you a happy holidays already. Also, welcome to people who followed while we were offline, including Zera, Silent Warlock Cosplay, and Clinto, all following the channel. Welcome, people. Welcome. Let's pull up Steam. I'm a little worried about my controller not working already. Let's pull up Hyperlight Breaker, a game that I am still very worried about. Also getting a visit from Buster. For those who don't know Hyperlight Breaker, we still do not know what the status is of this game. Very worried that it's going to stay in early access and then just randomly go 1.0 with nothing changed. Sometimes he does a not have bad job in getting into bed, but it's he's already done. I thought I had him. He got into bed by himself. Didn't they already say it's getting one more update and that will be 1.0? We didn't get anything except for them saying, like, while we bring this project to a close. And as far as I've seen, there's not been a confirmation. Sorry about that. What I was saying is that from what we've seen, there's not been a confirmation of what that interview means. And I think it was from PC Gamer. This was not the ideal path, but the only available one. As we wrap up our work on Hyperlight Breaker. Now, I hope that means that we are currently wrapping up work, which means there is still like work to be produced, but it could also be read as we have wrapped up work. That there is no more work to be done, right? I hope that's not the case. And I don't think that they have come back and reiterated what this is supposed to mean. Jeez. The actual article for Hyperlight Breaker, the store page has not had any new updates. Still mostly negative. Last update, not even like it has to be an update to the game. I mean, just like communication. Last thing of communication on Steam was in September. So like a roadmap or anything would be nice. So that way I don't have to guess, or I don't have to go to PC Gamer to know what the status is. In my opinion, that's the worst thing to do. If you're like a game dev or a publisher, you don't want people to have to go to some third-party news outlet to try to figure out, you know, the status of your project. Let's change the game, change the title. Yo, Void Sense, welcome on in. Controller does appear to be working. Wait, why is it first time settings? Actually, maybe I should play on Fresh File to really like understand how it feels as a fresh player without like anything unlocked. Hyper light. What are we doing today? It's nighttime for you already. Are you in like a Germany or France? All right, we need this. Let's put some text up too. Just gotta figure out what the text is. January. Do I need the name of the game? I feel like it's gonna be a lot of text at some point, but we'll try this. Maybe it does have my save, and this is just the first time doing these settings on this computer. That's my hope, anyway. So yeah, we're going through all the games. Not all the games, but games I want to show that released in 2025. Yo, a post from Discord in October. Okay. We still have something coming in January as meaningful, polished, and complete. Doing our best to refine, complete key systems, and have the game culminate in a satisfying punctuation point. That was in October. Let me see if I can do this without leaking anything. I highly doubt it. There's already too much stuff showing on my Discord. Okay. You paraphrase a little bit? I'm sure there's like an official at everyone or something. It's Q&A, announcements. fan art, Solar Ash, Possessors. Was this? It's in announcements? Great, great. Okay, yeah, October 9 is the last thing that was posted. And they even posted the link to GameDeveloper.com, which has probably the same article. Yeah, so there's a link that goes to here. Oh, okay, here we go. Update 1019 or 1009. We still have something coming in January. We plan to deliver something meaningful and as polished and complete as we can, given our current circumstances. We're doing our best to refine what we can, complete key systems, and have the game culminate into a satisfying punctuation point. Given our limited resources, with team members rolling off the project, that's an interesting way to phrase that. We won't be releasing any more updates or hosting Q&As for the rest of this year. We want to make sure the team can focus. So what, should I not do Hyperlight Breaker for this showcase? Since it very well may have an update next month. It could be literally in like 3 weeks. And there's plenty of stuff I could do instead that came out in January. Or maybe I could just do like a quick, maybe that's what I'll do. So we won't necessarily say that, okay, this game is like done with development. I'm showing you all the last of what the game's gonna ever be. But we'll at least see like, okay, what does the game look like right now? And then once it releases, I guess my save is gone. Once it releases, then we'll see, okay, what did they change from then to now? Oh no, I do still have my save. 75 HP, that seems low. This is my first time playing on this computer. I'm at 120 FPS, holy. Can I see my gear? I guess it's, no, that's items. Oh, I have no gear. This must be a fresh island, I think. R2 dodge. Not a fan of that. I think I was using R1 attack. That means I don't quite know what was on the square button. I do think I remember changing this to like Dark Souls controls or something. Okay. Blade special on triangles, a little interesting. Let's try this. What'd you change about the Dark Souls controls? No, this had like face button square to attack. I turned that off because I don't like using R2 to dash in almost any game I play except for racing games. So I change it to circle for dash, and then I say Dark Souls whenever I talk about R1 as the attack button. World Tier 1. You can change it. There's a glitch bar, which is non-enemy HP, damage, stagger, level up costs more, shops, advancement speed, like nothing particularly interesting, I guess. If you think about like progression in a roguelike game, I mean, I guess I can try this. I still don't think there's like much for randomization. But let's go in and see how it feels. Did I unlock any other characters? I could unlock other characters. They all have their own compatible equipment, but some use the same gear. Flash step marks enemies and increases attack speed for 3 seconds. Marked enemies take more damage. Or perfect parries do bleed on surrounding enemies and heal more red HP. That's like kind of interesting. Now keep in mind, there are people who genuinely like the game. It's not to say that the game is like straight up unplayable, but in terms of like going from early access to full completion, maybe, you know, we're a little bit behind where we'd like to be. But it might not be bad. If the final update is next month and it's gonna be all the polish for a finished game, maybe we're fine. Want to use a good Dead Cells build, so I went back and found one of your vids from June or July where you were talking about Magic Mike, a funny gag. Yeah, that's a classic. I almost did the same joke on the last Wholesome Verse because we started talking about dispensaries. I don't know if they have those in your country, but here where I live, it's a lot. Wow, this thing can't dodge very far. That's interesting. Shotgun and dual blade. Attacking from behind does crits. A pair of knives renowned for rapid strikes and high mobility. Has crystal built in. Increased hack duration. No idea what that is. Or how it's used, like, while using the weapon. I think the game is supposed to be a little mysterious. Like, you learn things as you go. There's lore that's just placed in random spots on the map. I'm still considering getting this when it goes to 1.0. It might be okay. Which is, like, interesting to think about. Because the game's, like, mostly negative, but all of those reviews are just because of the current state of game development. TBH. But, I mean, there were issues with this game that we already knew about before it even hit. They're, like, not even... like, I wanted to practice a parry. There we go. I was gonna say they're not doing a very good job of actually going for me. So this is now regular healing, I believe. Oh, wow, there's little map reveals. That's nice. I actually don't mind the level generation of this game either. Again, it may not be super randomized, but I oftentimes see like a cool little setup that I've never seen before, and it gives it some like pretty fresh gameplay, at least I would think. The gunplay can be kind of weird sometimes. I don't know how much I can spam parry. I'm gonna just die trying to do these parries. Oh yeah, this next one. There is healing on the map, but you also come in with a health pot. That was something that they didn't do in the beginning when this game first came out. You had to like unlock the first health pot after losing like multiple times. Like you didn't have enough currency to get the first health pot. And then from there, after you use the health pot, you're basically done. Like there was no other health pot to be obtained unless you left the island. Keep in mind, this game is also an extraction game. So if you're not tired of extraction games, here's another one for you. I also find that this game has like no music. So burn. Perfect parries are easier. Crystal tech. Splinter blades. That must be the triangle button. No, it says special. Stab the blade into the ground. I don't know how to activate the splinter blades. This is the triangle. I mean, that looked like a splinter blade to me. Stab blade into the ground, create an explosion, doing damage and knocking enemies away from you. Can be charged to deal more damage. Maybe it's doing both special and splinter blade at the same time. Non-PvP, first or third person extraction games are a genre you actually are interested in. Yeah, like a Duck Off. Escape from Duck Off. Oh yeah, you have to level up now to get this kind of stuff. Explosions triggered by your blade special, create mini bombs. Like, this is new. Like, all of this stuff you used to just find randomly off monsters. But then they added some that look like they're specific to, like, the build you have. It's like, sure, I want to see cluster bombs on my Y button. That sounds great. Yo, Indo, good to see you. Duck Off isn't first or third. True that. Oh, you don't reflect these. I think I have to unlock the ability to reflect stuff. Ugh. You all hear that? That sounds not good. It's also very loud. No pause in the game, because the game is like online only or something. Which I could also see as potential area of failure. I mentioned the audio, but chat kept moving, so I missed it. I'm so sorry, Marcy. Appreciate it, though. Yeah, anytime you all think that something's a little off stream-wise, don't ever feel bad about speaking up about it. 9 times out of 10, I need the help. Ion Surge 2. Shock gets 4 additional bounces. So that's buffing Shock. Oops. I changed the controls and now I can't control my own character. Now, what I don't know is if, like, all of my shots are buffed. That would be cool if that's, like, a global thing. We have to go down. But this might require a key. I think I'm coming in with keys based on like the roguelite stuff. I think I have stuff that brings in keys with me. Do they have color text or something to distinguish unique / shared status effects? I assume not. I think everything in this game is white text. Okay, there's green text and orange text in there. But hey, it might be a question that doesn't even matter. Oh my god, I thought that was a lot better than it actually is. Oh my god. Alright, 1v1 situation. Okay. Not me already about to die. Now back in the day, getting the key used to heal you. Because like there was extremely limited healing in the game. So you had to basically take some risk to get any of your health back. I guess the same thing would happen in Tarkov, right? If you're low on bandages or something, the only way to heal up is to get more bandages. And maybe they're inside a pharmacy that some stream sniper went into. I did not heal, so I will use a health pot. The traversal's okay. They got your hang gliders, your hoverboards, like you're playing Genshin Impact. You can increase the... maybe not the speed, but I have like a stamina bar. So you can increase like how much stamina you have. But I've never had an issue where I thought I needed more stamina. Okay. Okay. Glider issue. I thought it was as simple as just dash forward, but my depth perception is like kind of off. Overboard looks like K-Drive from Warframe. Is that before or after they added the horses? I haven't played Warframe in many years. Wow, I actually ran into the dog. Hoverboards were before horses. Really? I click into people playing Warframe every now and then. But most of the time, they're just standing in their ship. Like, showing off outfits. And, like, that might be the game. I'm not saying that that's bad. But I don't always click in because I want to see the new drip. I would like to see what gameplay looks like. I used a key. This stuff's pretty cheap. Overload trigger, honed edge, staggering blow. Increase amp damage. These things are amps. And I think you can only hold one of them. I'm also realizing I haven't used that button yet. Oh, maybe I haven't been able to. It's my R2 button. Wait, did it not go into my inventory? It fell to the floor first? No, I had to have done that wrong somehow. So yeah, for those who haven't seen the game, it's a big map. You're revealing the map as you go. This is our objective. This is like the first boss of the island. And we need 2 keys. Not the key that I'm holding. Oh, there's also like a malaise mechanic. where things randomly spawn on you if you take too long. I don't even think it's like a matter of taking too long. I think it's also like as you do content, the game... Yeah, underneath the minimap. See world tiered and then the bar under it. As you do content on the map, that bar is filling up. Like you're playing Risk of Rain 2. And then like once it's full, monsters spawn. Sometimes they are actually very difficult, like elite level. Sometimes it's like trash mob, like we just saw. Oh yeah, there's like crafting food at least. So I just picked up a crab, which must be some kind of ingredient. I wouldn't necessarily say the world is empty. I think there are a decent amount of landmarks on the map. I can't tell if I'm in a tier 2 area. I think I'm supposed to stay in yellow. So ideally I should go here. I think the area I'm in is like the next boss's area. Am I dumb? How do I like mark this? Okay, that works. You don't die if you go in the water. It does respawn you. I just don't know where I'm gonna get respawned. Oh, wow, it's back where I started. Before I even went in the water. There is actual fall damage. But it's very easy to mitigate because you could just open glider. Glider does have some physics to it though, so you might like fall a little bit too fast and not be able to utilize it very well. This is me trying to turn. That's why you see me like taking this thing off and putting it back on. It's faster for me to just hop off the hoverboard and go the opposite direction. Level up. So if you use health pots, you can get a health pot from here. So there's like limited health pots on the map. You can also extract. Extracting basically stops the run. You go back to the main hub. You bring back a lot of stuff, actually. And then you can go back with full health pots. Of course, you don't have everything. I just don't remember what you lose. But, like, when the game first came out, there was a time where you would extract anytime anything went wrong. Because the way how the game was that, like, you could die up to 3 times. Your equipment had durability to it. So to save yourself the durability loss, you would essentially, like, just extract. I need to get up there. Oh my god, I can't turn with this thing. But there's like no music in the game for some reason. That's one of my #1 gripes. I have lots of #1 gripes. Yo, skate park? Yo, it's an actual skate park. Oh, I missed everything. Okay. Wait, that sucks. That skill looked awful. I don't know why I thought I was invulnerable during that. That wasn't that hard of a parry. I was gonna say there is poise break in the game, but the thing's poise didn't break until it was almost dead. New amp? No, this is probably like a pick between like any two I want. I guess I do this later. Hello? So like I said, with the melees, things will just randomly spawn. This is an example of an elite that randomly spawned. What? Oh, there's mines. It's a cool monster. Like, I legitimately like the monster itself. I tried to parry that. Oh, I don't have health pots. I can't pause. And this thing will chase you forever. I have 183 blood, so I should be fine if there's a shrine down here. Crap, I messed up. No, I think we're fine. Okay. That thing's up there. Closest shrine is at the end. I do have to get back up there, though. Like, obviously, you don't have to do all the parrying. But even without that, those things hurt. Could I extract? I could. And then we can see, like, what's the punishment for extraction nowadays. I think I can only extract one time per shrine, but I do believe there's enough shrines on the map. I think I'm gonna lose my 183 money as you, like, collect that on the island itself. But yeah, this is good. Good idea. We have to make sure that we understand how the system works. It's gonna show us the stuff we got. Some of it's performance-based. No, I think beating the boss gives you, like, performance-based rewards. We can level up gear. Yeah. So, like, if I like the weapon that I got from the map, I can actually level it up here. Now, it doesn't tell you, like, what's new. I mean, obviously, this stuff is the same, but I'm sure the stats went up. Like, I can't see what the original stats were, which is whatever, I guess. I don't think I like that. It's too stationary for this kind of game. Yeah, so I have everything. I have all my hollow bites. I don't know if I could go in with like a different... No, you can't. It has to be the same character. Yeah, I think like aesthetically, I do like the game. It has improved a lot since early access day 0. It has improved massively. Yeah, so we came back, we have full HP, we have our 2 health pots back. This thing can no longer extract, but I still have level up and I still have refill medkit. We lost all of our blood. The malaise creature is gone. But I'm sure whatever rewards I left on the map are also gone. The boss is available for me to fight it. I have enough keys. It didn't actually, like, reset. I thought they fixed leashing. Like, those flies were gonna follow me for how long? There was a real issue back in the day where monsters would not only aggro you from miles away, but they will also follow you indefinitely. You would have to like jump over the water to get out of combat. They since like fixed the leashing. Leashing is what we would call the monster resetting back to where it came from. Heavy armor, dash distance down. Why does that seem bad? Oh wow, I go nowhere. They've since fixed the leashing on the monsters. To be fair, there may not be that much to complain about. I'm looking, though. VeeDotMe is always looking for a way to complain. Right now, my only complaint is the lack of music. So all of these respawn. I guess I should do flash steps some more. We're doing constructive criticism. I do sometimes, but I will admit sometimes I am only complaining. V, if you just relax for half a second, you'd realize that it's actually not that big a deal. There is lock on. Oh, wait, I didn't take damage. I was about to say, no way did I get baited into doing melee. Accessory. Crit hits on enemies restore red HP. I wonder if that's a nerf. There were things in the game that healed, I guess, non-red HP, so like pure heal on crit. And that was like a mandatory pickup whenever you saw it. It does kind of look like my world tier is only going up over time. It didn't really seem like it's going up on combat like it used to. Oh my god. This one curb is screwing me. I did not play Hyperlight Drifter, just to say that out loud. So for anyone who may be asking V, like, does this not just insult everything that Hyperlight Drifter did? I have no idea. Unfortunately, I am not the expert on how this compares to Hyperlight Drifter. I played Drifter for about an hour and didn't really get into it. Is it like a Metroidvania? Or is it more like a level-based game? Akin to, like, maybe a Celeste or something? I assume blue equals bad. Yo, they got the game console here. Oh, okay. For some reason, I did not take damage from that. Bruh. Ah, okay. Found the monsters. It's a little bit of dodge revolution. I feel like it's not as bad as a lot of other stuff we've played before for dodge revolution, but there is some instances where I'm just spamming circle. But like I said, it's a lot better than we've seen. Braille upgraded to level 4. So I guess that was a free gun upgrade. Well, not free, because it still cost me at the arcade machine. Alright, we got our key. Like I said, technically the boss is available right now. The flow of the game, in my opinion, would be to try to, like, scale up as high as you can before you do the boss. Within reason, of course, because, like, if you milk the whole map, then you run the risk of the map tier going up too high. I guess similar to a Raven's Watch, though Raven's Watch is a timed game where it's gonna force you to do the boss based on time. Here, I don't have to engage with the boss for a long time if I don't want to. But in exchange, we're gonna have to engage with the blaze mechanic. Didn't think I was in range. I don't know if I like that move. I wonder if I can do it in the air. And maybe that solves the problem. Wow, that sucked. This must be what grenades are for. It's like the monster has a flaming trail. So, like, going into it seems like just asking to have damage taken. Soul Burn. Even though I leveled up my sword to max, I should probably use the sword we have for the boss. I can swap out later. I don't like the weapons triangle button. And you cannot do it in the air. Interesting. Alright. Top-down isometric-ish. But you don't know the full structure of the game. Got it, got it. Are you ever gonna play Katana Zero? Yeah, I have like 8 hours in Katana Zero, all offline. That was back when... Not to say that was like before I started doing YouTube or anything. But That was back when I was still playing games for my own leisure. That's not Path of Exile or Marvel Rivals. Would I be down to try the DLC like on a live stream? Maybe. But I never beat Katana Zero. See, I like this kind of stuff. We saw that there was items to be had. We found a cave. I think that's fun. This is lore, I believe. We got +3 lore. Oh, it goes deeper. Oh, snap. The Hyperlight Breaker rabbit hole keeps going. Am I really jumping in there? No. Oh my god. Not a great place to be. Oh! There are no air combos in this game. Crap. Oh no, they don't spawn in here. I promise you, the monsters from the Malays, they do not spawn in here. If they did, that would be god-awful. That being said, I have no idea where the monsters may have spawned. If they spawned at all. It's like, am I positive I can actually reach this? With this character? Yes. So, like, to me, that's pretty fun. I would dare say that is enjoyable. We got a legendary armor out of it. Successful parries recover red HP. More dash iframes. Stamina recovery, too. Must be good. Otherwise, it wouldn't look that good. How could this game be mostly negative? Are you all seeing this? Yo, Kingu, welcome on in. Wait, I'm lost. So we went up. Here we go. I would say this is not a mostly negative experience. Is it mostly negative on Steam for real, for real? Not for play? I mean, obviously, it's going to be a lot about mismanagement and stuff like that. That probably, I mean, yeah, it has some impact on the actual game itself. But in terms of, like, are those reviews purely from the mechanics of the game itself? Possibly not. But I'm sure as people play a game and they think about the devs and whatnot, it's a negative review. And to be fair, like, when I first played this, I had basically a negative review for this game. I'm not gonna sit here and say that I'm the like biggest hyperlight glazer, but I'd say right now this is not mostly negative experience. Famous last words, I guess. For all I know, this is like a very good first impressions kind of game. And then after that, then where are you? What do you have left? We're gonna try to go to where the boss is, but I must not have revealed the boss location yet. Like, I enjoy the ambiance right here, but some nice surfing music would be nice. Partly, I think I should just extract. Like, why would I pay for a health pot if I could just extract? Oh, we didn't do this. Blade special is on cooldown, gain melee damage, get more stamina pips, which is more dodging. When you're below half, gain bonus damage. I don't think I didn't mean to do that. May as well refill. Or do you just extract? That's a tough one. People still treat this as if it was Hyperlight Drifter 2. I think that's going to be the case for anything that gets a sequel ever. Like any Civilization, any Orcs Must Die. I guess the only game that doesn't do that is Final Fantasy. Oh, to be fair, when FF14 came out, we wanted it to be FF11 too. And that didn't happen. So I'm sure there were some complaints about that. Oh, there's like friendly fire. That's kind of interesting, I think. Did I hear correctly earlier that development/support is being dropped for this? It looks cool so far. We just read that January will be the final update for this game. And they do plan for the January update to have a polished game as a result. As far as we know, it will not just be the game is magically won. Oh god. I do reflect. So yeah, like if they're able to get like a finished product for 1.0, where I don't feel like, hey, this is exactly what I did a month ago in early access. But I guess like from that regard, you have to have things that need to see change, right? If you don't have anything to mention, then perhaps, yes, you are due for 1.0. But maybe like you as the player, you don't really know what you want. It's kind of up to the dev to make it look like, oh snap, this game's actually legit. Because if it was just this, there may be a point where I would say, hey, I think I've done everything there is to be done. It's a roguelite extraction game. You definitely don't want the player to not want to play, or to think that the next time I play, I'm gonna do the same thing I did before. They do have multiple characters now. It's like maybe that's the angle. Ow, ow. It's like I get stuck in the monsters. January, they set the bar a little too high for themselves there. Well, no, the last update was September. So they've had like months of work. It wasn't just a last weekend kind of thing where the announcement went out. All right, let's try for the boss. Oh, we should probably extract. Extract and then do the boss. I have $500 though. That makes me feel like it's a waste if I extract with $500. Bruh. Where am I? To be fair, like, this is kind of cool. I would say that I do like how I'm off the map. That being said, I'm a little bit unsure how to get back. There is something on the map. I think it's just this. No, it's not. All right, let's find the jump pads. V selling the mixed / mostly negative game. How in the world did this guy convince me to buy this game? How does he make it look good? Okay, this might send us back. This upgrades your armor. That's legit. I feel like that's new. All right, I'm gonna jump. I mean, someone's gonna like that. Someone's gonna look at this and say, V, I'm sold. What's the problem? Oh, we gotta spend this money. I can level up. 350. $95 we're gonna lose. Ally damage for allies. Blade damage per money. Executes, restore all your red HP. Though it already did that. Okay. Yeah, all we need now is a battle bus. Currently you spawn like under the island and take an elevator up. $21 right now? Is the extra buck too much? $20 game only. When I say only, I mean it. There is an NPC back here. We can get different stats. Crit damage. Health items, restore more health. Max HP. These are squad buffs, maybe? All right. I could technically upgrade something. There used to be an NPC to upgrade armor. They got rid of it, but it may be in that shop later, like once it's 1.0. All right, let's go back in. It looked like I could upgrade my character too. Even though like we're in the middle of a run, quote unquote in the middle of a run. Like the island itself is one run of this game. And the island is gone once I fully die. All right, we have to get here. Okay. Yo, Mush, good to see you. So yeah, my initial worry was that, like, I'm just gonna extract all the time. But you only have so many extracts you can do. It says there's a shrine right here. I apparently never got this. Oh, maybe... No, I think that means I can still extract from there. Alright, let's do this boss. This boss used to suck. Because it would just constantly spawn ads. To the point where you were only ever really fighting the ads. And then, like, shooting the boss whenever you have ammo. Now it's, like, much, much better. It's basically just less dogs to fight. There was a time where the fight was just non-stop dogs. It's a good parry check, too. Make sure you're awake. I did take damage there. Well, nice parry. In the game, not a ton, obviously. That hit me. But like, I have enough hours to not just like feed. This part's cool. Like the returnal bullet hell pattern. I kind of wish the game had more of that. There it is. That's a dead boss. Abyss Stone is currency, I believe. Legendary. Sniper Bolt. Reduce damage drop off at long distance. Increase damage of close range. Sure. Even though I really like the lightning bolts I was doing. So, like, would you all move on to the next game? This island has, what, 3 bosses? I've done the 1 boss. Do I move on to the next game for January, or do you keep going until either the island is lost because I died, or because we beat the island? What's the next game? In January? Oh, that's 2024. 2025. We have Hellskate. I don't think I would do Orcs Must Die. Cryptical Path came out this year. And then we go into February. So probably like Cryptical Path. But like, hopefully you all kind of get the gist of the game. We did the 1 boss. You would get another key. And then you go to this boss at 3 keys. As far as I know, it's only the 3 bosses and no other variations. Let's extract. Because this also reminds me a little bit of Elden Ring Night Rain. Where, okay, like, I'm gonna do this island. There's, like, lots of points of interest. We do have to fight a major boss eventually. But I think there's only 3 major bosses, and you fight each one every time. So the dog, the twins, or maybe there's 4. Because I think there's also the tornado guy, and then the dragon. And I think that's it. Yeah, so it's this boss, these 2 are like on the same like segment. They're both tier 2 bosses. And then there's a tier 3 boss, which is a dragon. So I think, like, for longevity's sake, if we're gonna be fighting this dog as the first boss every single time you play, that might be a problem. If they randomize it between, like, let's say there's even like 5 different bosses, right? It'll randomize each one, so it's 1 of 5 chance at tier 1 and tier 2. I'd be okay with that. It's like bare minimum, but there's no way they could leave it as dog is first boss every single time. That's, like, not gonna be good. There is meta. You can call it dark meta if you want. You can only have, like, a X amount. So right now I'm 8 out of 10 slots, but you can always, like, upgrade the slots. So it's stuff like your flash step does more damage, reflect bullets on parry, glider and hover last longer, more flash step damage, expand the max distance at which you pick up money. And then I guess money is just worth more. Health pot is here. I think there's another health pot. Yeah, more health pot over here. So that's about the extent of the meta, I suppose. I don't know if this is going to be more fleshed out as the game comes out or not. And then, of course, the individual characters themselves, which I don't really know how to look at without going to ready up. See, this makes you think that they could randomize how this is. Maybe it is. But I thought it said that my next boss was the twins, not the dragon. But I've only ever fought the dog first. I've never fought anything besides the dog first. I don't know if that's just bad RNG or what. Anyway, that's the basic gist of the game. Let's do one more January release before we do February. Was this the game they stopped support for? There appears to be a new update planned for January, which is very exciting, I would say. The final update, I would imagine. No more than that. How do I quit? Yo, Conquered, good to see you. How's the roguelike so far? I mean, some people in the chat said that looked kind of okay. Of course, the reviews don't necessarily lend to that. But sometimes you gotta see someone play it. Maybe see someone play it at, like, a decently good degree, right? Okay, so January, Cryptical path. Let's check this out. 3 GB install. You didn't like Night Rain at all? I like Night Rain as an Elden Ring fan. I am not really in the mood to play more Elden Ring. And I do know that there's a lot of cool stuff to do in Night Rain, but to me, it's just like playing more Elden Ring and not necessarily a roguelike. I have watched lots of gameplay from CBD and other folks, and like I can see where skill matters in Night Rain. Like you can't just pick up a dagger and fight the bosses, and I mean you can probably win, but I have seen where they pick up a weapon, look at its stats, collect other weapons that help that stat out. But in the end, the way to win is playing Elden Ring. You don't win because your build was necessarily like the best build ever. You won because you at least can play Elden Ring. You can do the dodge rolls, you know the patterns, you know the vulnerability timing of the bosses. And then of course pathing and routing, that's probably another very big part. So like the game, I'd say is 30% routing, 70% your ability to play Elden Ring. Oh well, 60% your ability to play Elden Ring, 10% your ability to make a build. All right, chat, we're on to game 2 for January. Cryptical Path. Yeah, we're giving you back-to-back games that you ain't never seen before. Because the other part about this, funny enough, whenever I do this kind of like thing, it's typically for a YouTube vid idea I have in mind. And the idea on the whiteboard was initially everything that came out that isn't Hades 2. You would have the thumbnail would be like the Game Awards, Hades 2, and then in the background, like a bunch of other games that came out. So I wanted to show like all the stuff that I've touched in 2025. Yo, P Styles, good to see you. Happy holidays to you. This is objectives. Still has an exclamation point. As if I had something to unlock, but it must just be because there's new stuff. Codex, I don't believe you get anything from. I think up here is like the challenge area. Yeah, we don't want to do the challenge. We want to do like an actual run. What's the story of this game? This is Cryptical Path. In this game, you're essentially like the game master or something. Like, think of some like, I don't really want to say it's like a storybook kind of deal, but you are a game master. This dimension we're in, someone has taken over and has like destroyed the, I guess, game world that you lived in. And now you go back through it. But to get back through it requires you to like rebuild essentially the game world. Why is this a freaking R2 dodge? Chat, who is using R2 to dodge? Just give me a Y in the chat if you are an R2 dash enjoyer, or N if V, I gotta do circle. This is our meta tree. I can get 10 HP. Sure. Depends on the game. The only game I've hit in R2 for movement is Rocket League, where that's like your acceleration button. All right. So, Cryptical Path. The game world has been essentially fragmented. It is our job to go through the roguelike and get to here to fight the boss. To do that, I don't think we need spell range. To do that, I build out the dungeon myself. So we're gonna go to the left, open the menu, open your deck. I have all of these puzzle pieces I can put down, and they all have cost to it. I believe I start off with 10 mana. It doesn't do a very good job of saying I'm at 10 mana, but I'm going from 10 down. I only need to place a 2, so I'm gonna put down an item room, which is very expensive. So now I can access these rooms that were pre-placed. But then I'll need like a connecting room if I want to go left or if I want to go to the right. If you overspend, you get cursed. Spell becomes a small black hole, pulling in nearby enemies. The game does have combat. It's not just what you saw. You have a basic attack that changes based on like the different kinds of relics you have. And then you have a spell button. This is still too loud. My spell got changed into black hole, but originally it was like a magic missile. Of course, there is iframe on dash. I'd say combat starts off pretty simplistic, but as you get more stuff, it does begin to look a lot better. Just right now, I have a basic attack that doesn't do anything special. This actually looks dope. V's gonna sell me on another game. Ain't no way. Oh, that black hole's not all that great right now. But we can augment the black hole to make it better. When you have 0 or less mana, rooms cost less. Spells bounce back to you when it hits a surface. So the black hole goes out and then comes back. That's interesting. I've had some stuff that's like really interesting, spell-wise. I don't think I've had a lot of attacks that look interesting, but I think it's because most of the time I make a spell that looks interesting. Gotta get you a partner link for a commission. I should do some stuff in 2026. And it's crazy to say that 2026 is coming up. But I have some ideas. You all have seen me on like the Steam store page for Dead Cells and Astral Ascent and Oblivion Override and stuff like that, but I think we're gonna try to do some more stuff. I do sponsored vids on YouTube all the time. The last one we did was Brew. But all the time is not true, I guess, but I do some stuff. I'm not just sitting here playing Path of Exile when I'm offline. Killing enemies spawns an infinite echo dice that buffs your weapon. Every 20 combo points, get a wave of spikes. I assume black hole doesn't make a combo point. I don't think black hole does damage. Oh, it does do damage. Yeah, so spell duration on black hole technically makes it do a little bit more damage. Because the monster is in the black hole for longer. Is that my dice thing? Wait, what? It copies me. Oh my god. That's extremely interesting. I dare say I'm subscribed to that. Alright, there's the last enemy. Can we make that better somehow? Let's go right. Those are elites. I can maybe path back that way. Shop. I don't remember how much money items typically cost. Oh, they are very expensive. Alright, moving on. I assume I can come back to that. Dang, the pull on the gravity is not very high. Oh, wow, it sucked up the bomb. Can you organically regain mana? Well, I don't know how the cooldowns work in this at all. I did like one first look of this game. And not to say that I didn't enjoy it, but you all know me. I just play a lot of stuff. I moved on after the first look. Is there teleport? There is teleport. +1 max HP. Extra jump. Taking damage consumes money instead. I feel like I don't need any of this. Maybe you get mana? Oh, if that's what you mean by mana. Yeah, I guess you can buy mana. And there's probably relics they give mana too. I guess in this game they call it control. I only called it mana because of the idea that it's a deck builder. Dang. Alright. The square I can't get past unless I have a bomb. I do. Spend gold to destroy rooms, but I think it destroys rooms that are adjacent. So ideally, it's this. Okay. Oh, monsters also gave a little bit. Like I said, you can go negative in this game. And all it does is curses you. The platforming's pretty good, too. Like, it's very simple right now, but I have seen decent platforming. This didn't have HP? Oh, it's a sacrifice room, not a healing room. That could be a problem. Generate 2 shards per enemy death. Oh, and it has a glossary. I feel like that's new. Projectile automatically targets enemies to do damage. Get money each time you open a sacrifice. Weapon attacks have a 5% chance to summon the black hole. What in the world? How much is this on Steam? Y'all will have to check that. As with most things, assume that whatever I'm playing is probably a key provided by situation. So I definitely can't say that, oh, I picked this up for cheap, or this game is stupid expensive. I have no idea. Bruh. Verticals have a 10% chance to drop a shrapnel bomb. Every 15 crit weapon hits, you become ascended, rendering you immune to damage, and does spell damage every 0.1. What in the world? How easy is it to crit? I gotta stop taking damage. It's not even that complicated. I can't help myself. Oh, wow, it's coming back to my body? My one brain cell is activated. It's like, what could you do with that? Veed, how are you gonna sell me on another game? The other idea was that the showing games that release, like roguelikes from 2025, is some of them are going to be bad games. But so far, we've been 2 for 2 on the game's actually kind of decent. Or at least it's like very intriguing. Like it is actually like hitting something. All right, there's healing room here. That's gonna put us at 4. And then that'll put us in the negatives. Bomb. I don't think you need the bomb yet. Oh, technically, we can go into the negative and put that there. I think that's legit. You can't see enemy health. Crap. I don't remember if those curses go away. This heals you based on connecting rooms. So I got the one for above, right, and below. So again, it makes you consider placing the floor in like specific spots. I think that's pretty smart. Oh, wow. There's secrets? I didn't know that. So that's just the exit. That is stuck in the background, so black hole does not suck it in. I wonder if I've done a crit yet. If I would know it if I saw it. Dice is so sick. Crap. Okay. I would assume the reward there was just money. I have no idea if something else was there. Apparently that hurts me. All right, so we cleared this. We can keep going to the left. There's money to be had. I'm at 71. I assume there's gonna be like more stuff to, you know, find money at some point. You're already sold on this? Yeah, it's hard out there for not only just indie games, but these indie roguelikes. It's like, how do you even know that the indie roguelike is gonna be legit until you see it? Could be just more rogue slop. How are you supposed to know? I just saw a 150. I think that was a bomb. I feel like something's glowing right there. This had a demo at one point. Not sure if it's still there. Yeah, if you all can, like, try the demo first before you spend the money. Now, if this was a hashtag ad, I tell you, skip the demo. I wouldn't do that. All right, let's spend. %5 black hole is very low odds. Oh, it's a blueprint. I don't actually get that yet. Okay. My curse is still there, by the way. So we still don't have the ability to see monster HP. I don't know if that includes the boss or not. That would be quite interesting if that's the case. Like I said, combat it's pretty basic in the beginning. We did get stuff, right? It's not like there's zero combat to be had. Oh, there's my black hole. 5% chance. Like, being able to make phantom dice that all do damage, like, that to me is kind of cool. If we can utilize that on a boss somehow, I have no idea. Technically, the boss available right now. But let's try to milk the map some more, since I have mana. Control. I should call it by its correct name. Almost Castlevania-esque. Sick. All right, we did see some secrets earlier, so that's what I'm just checking for. I remember the bosses being somewhat difficult, so we might get humbled very soon. Bring y'all over here? No way. Like, that's not bad. It's like a little bit of skill expression, A little bit of emergence. Like, are you expected to play the black hole like that? Maybe not. Maybe the dev never thought someone would have the black hole follow them. Guaranteed crits. Or maybe you just go butterfly effect, so we always have access to crit. Because we have that special thing where we have, like, immunity to damage on crits after, what was it, 10 crits? Oh yeah, this is already so much better. I don't know how much I should try to milk the map either. Not ready. I do wish there was a counter on the screen for my crit bonus. Show controls. How do I see the relics I have? Yeah. Every 15 critical weapon hits become immune to damage. So I don't think that has like a counter on the screen to know like when it's active, when it's not, how close I am to getting it. Unless I have not done a weapon crit yet. I was hoping I could get it into the spikes. I mean, that's a... Oh! Oh, okay. I see now. Is that OP? Because I go invulnerable. I guess you need to have a lot of crits to make it OP. Alright, I do have enough. Oh yeah, you have to exit. I always expect it to teleport me right away. I don't know if it's worth it to do the next areas if they only give you back control. Well, we need one so we can access the boss. I could try a bomb so you all can kind of see how the bombs work. I guess there's stun state. Good flotation. A lot more than I expected. All right, so we're gonna go here. I'm gonna try bomb. I don't have enough for bomb. Oh, yeah, I do. Bomb will destroy the area to the right, but I don't know if I get anything for destroying a completed area. Okay. Right. I can actually destroy a rock. So it must go, like, as far left or as far right as possible. The UI is interesting. Okay, that got nothing. That's fair. But you get the idea, right? You could break a rock that's blocking a path somewhere and now have access to it. All right, first boss. I do believe it's the same boss each time, but like as the difficulty goes up, the boss does more stuff. I also cannot see the boss HP bar because of the curse. Black hole does not work. Oh, snap. Wait, this is a little bit difficult, and it might get me killed. They have like contact damage if you see them shining. Like that, they immediately do damage. Phase 2, I guess. That was spicy. Oh, that's not what I thought was gonna happen. Oh, right. Like, I forgot us as, like, the DM, the game master. The person who actually took over the dungeon is a doppelganger of us, I believe. Okay. So that is basically what this game looks like. Cryptical path. A lot of cool ideas, to be perfectly honest. And as I went through even that first initial run, and look at all these unlocks available. Like, we've seen 10% of the available unlocks. But, like, it does look as though you could kind of cook something up as you play. I just don't know how the game is after, like, lots and lots of hours, because I've never gotten to that point. There's challenge modes over here. So it looks like there is a lot of stuff to give you a good amount of hours of gameplay. Famous last words, I guess. But there is stuff in here. Almost like maybe Rogue Legacy 2 had this kind of thing, where like do some challenges and then get unlocks from it. It's not bad. I would give that my seal of approval, actually. All right. What else we got? February. February is Warriors Abyss. I am 100% gonna show you all that. And then what? Do I play some Soda Man? Reality Break is actually like really cool too, but it's kind of an involved game. Like, if you look at it, let's watch the trailer for this. It looks super legit. 81% positive. But I feel like the game is a little bit more involved than what I would like it to have been.
You really...
When I say involved, I mean like you can't really one and done it. How do I get out of Cryptical Path? Okay.
are special. More than just...
So it is like a space-based game, but it is two-dimensional.
I have made you truly special.
So it's more like a top-down bullet hell.
I have given you immense power. power to alter matter at will. To change the laws of the universe.
Actually, after playing a Hell Clock, I wonder how good this is. I feel like this is really Hell Clock sort of ARPG coded.
I need you to grow stronger so that you can protect me.
What's
a lot of stuff.
Me? Who are you?
Help me, and I will tell you everything.
Like, as I watch it, it looks like it's probably fun. The thing that makes it difficult is, like, what's the build and what's the loop of the game? From what I played of it, it's a campaign with roguelite elements. So almost think about a run of Returnal, where it's like it's a very specific campaign you're going through. As you loop through it, like more branches of that campaign become available. Like as you learn more information about the world through like dying and retrying, you can access more of the campaign. You can also like manipulate rules of the campaign. I just don't know where it shows that kind of stuff. It's like each time you start up the next run, it asks you to change some stuff. It could be like maybe you're changing monster HP to give them like more rare loot or something like that. It's not as simple as, oh, it's just a difficulty meter. There's more to it than that. I just can't find a screenshot to prove it. The build, basically you have your ship, you have all the different parts of the ship. There's a primary attack and a secondary attack. And then there's this fate core thing, which honestly, like this part kind of threw me for a loop a little bit. So each equipment that you're using has almost a mini skill tree to it. And you can level up or like replace parts of the skill tree. So maybe, for example, this is grants your pilot focus ability. Like maybe you already had this on one other piece. You would take this off and augment something else in. Until you get like nutty stuff. But like I said, it's a little bit involved. I don't know how easy it is for me to show that off. But either way, we're going to do Warriors Abyss first and then decide if we want to do like a second February game. So let's swap back. This is like a 2 GB update for me. Oh, wait, they did an update 3 days ago. Wait, what? How are they still updating Warriors Abyss? For some reason, that's like really odd to me. Update 5. 3 new heroes, along with action adjustments for 100 heroes. And new modes for Training Hall. Action adjustments for over 100 heroes. There are basically 100 heroes in the game. So is that just everyone? Love a dev team that still works on projects. I mean, we just played a game where the work on the project has ended. Well, will be ending in January. We will see. All right, let's load this up. Change the game. Change the text on the screen. This is now Warriors Abyss. I actually thoroughly enjoy this game. I was a little addicted for a little while. Gotta kill the music. Oh, okay. Before I do this, let me take a quick break. Get a drink and use the potty. Gonna be like 3 minutes. Do not go anywhere. We will be back in just a bit. Actually just realized this is not January now. This is February. February. All right, be right back. enjoy this game too. Totally forgot about it. Yeah, that's the other thing about trying to do this list is you may not remember anything that came out except for Hades 2 and Expedition 33. Maybe Silksong. All of this other stuff came out earlier this year. It's gonna be 2026. Surprise, surprise. Now we gotta remember what in the world did we do for the last 365 days. Couldn't have been Silksong that whole time. That's why we're putting this list together. Every game you missed, not called Hades or Silksong. Something like that. It's a working title. If you all come up with a better title, I will go with it. One very niche game I waited for released this year. Oh, it's Silksong. A very under the radar hidden gem game, I'm sure. Still haven't played Hades 2 yet? Yeah, I think if you're a console player, I think Nintendo still has the rights. I don't think it's out on anything else yet. Okay. Let me paint the picture for you all real quick. So for those who haven't seen this game, this is Warriors Abyss. It is an official Koei Tecmo title with W Force Engine. W's in the chat for that Force Engine. It is a Dynasty Warriors roguelike and Samurai Warriors, and also not just Samurai Warriors and Dynasty Warriors. It also has guest characters such as Sophie, Ryza, and Yumiya from the games that they're from. Ryu Hayabusa, okay, I know this guy. Ayane, Rachel, Momoji, and no, this is from. Does it say where they're from? Okay, yeah, this is still Ninja Gaiden. But that's currently all of the guest characters. But there's a lot of characters. Everyone you see here is a playable character in this game. Every single one of them. They all have their own move list. They have unique weapons, which are basically like passive effects that sometimes changes their gameplay, sometimes not. There's lots of lore. You can get music. 68 pieces of music. Pictures. This is why I need it. Hall of Bonded Souls. To unlock the new characters. Yujin. This is basically the character unlock list, but it does like a little bit more than that. Like there's some weapons in here, but as you unlock specific characters, they give you like global attack up, global defense up, global... Oh, it's only attack and defense. Oh, there's healing in here. Or max HP. So this is also like kind of your meta at the same time. So that's max HP, that's global, not just for that one character. It said there were 3 characters, right? Lianshi. Who could forget Lianshi? Okay. Eventually, like, as you play through the game, you can, like, transcend some of these characters. I don't exactly know how that's done, because I never got that far. Yeah, you pay money to transcend them, but I don't have the ability to do that yet. Or I don't have the money. Of course, you may be asking, okay, V, I see characters, I see a title screen, but can you show the game, at least? Who we feeling? Typically, I try to do a win on a character I haven't played yet. Dong Zhao uses bombs. Any Guan Yu enjoyers? I'm on difficulty 4. Can't be that bad as a first-time Guan Yu user. Crap, I should have read what he does. You were very interested in Everhood 2. Can't say I've heard of that one. If you could describe it for us. Alright. So, it's not a Survivors game. Just to say that out loud, it is not a Survivors. It is Dynasty Warriors, where you fight against gajillion monsters. You have to make a build, though, because eventually there'll be either too many monsters, or they have scaled up their HP so high that you need to be doing like 1,000,000+ DPS to be able to win. Our goal for Guan Yu, because each character has like their own relative goals to them. Increase attack by 5% for every brave general. This is almost like an auto battler where each character has its own emblem to it. So we want to collect brave generals. He's also part of Shu and 5 tigers. So we have like multiple things we could try to access. He's also fire. So he's none of this stuff. So we'll grab speed because it's generic. Gives us iframe on dodge. Just like Dynasty Warriors, each character has a combo moveset. So that's his 1. He has a 2. A 3. And then it like goes on from there. You can get added projectiles and duration and all kinds of stuff. The only thing is the game doesn't do a very good job of telling you what synergies some of these characters have. There's no one here. Just off the top of my head, I know there's no one here. You can kind of say it as, okay, these are Samurai Warriors characters. So most likely they don't have any synergy with a Dynasty Warriors guy. This is a Brave General and Fire. Some of them have synergies on the left-hand side. Wei and not Shu. And then those 2 characters who I don't know who they are. So that puts Dian Wei on my 1 attack. He comes out, does a move, and then goes away. And the basic gist of the game is we're gonna get 1 person on each individual combo slot we have to make a build out of it. Chance at a strength emblem. That's good. Invulnerability if you're hit by an enemy. Technically, Guan Yu already has that. The different attributes do different stuff. Fire, ice, lightning. Slay. Oh, God. Lightning, ice, wind, fire, slay. Slay is the 5th element. That's Wu. Wu again. Brave General, she's generic. Not from Samurai Warriors, right? She's gonna get bonuses based on getting enough fire folk. It's like, do we need vigor? Vigor is the fist icon. What were those elements? Fire, ice, wind, lightning, and slay. D, you almost lost me. I probably didn't need to go fist here. So that's her too. A fire spear that goes out and comes back. You have your Muso attacks, like you remember from Dynasty Warriors. Is legit, actually. Guan Yin Ping. Tiger Cub's Awakening. That's duo with Guan Yu. But we need more Flower of War. Well, okay, Tiger's Club Awakening is just from 3 Might. We also have Guan Yu, but we need Flower of War to make the Guan Yu thing activate. So we definitely want Guan Yin Ping. And then now we want to collect some Flower of War. And there's a lot of wind ones and a lot of fire ones. I don't think there's any speed ones. Here's one from Lubu Army. Apparently Keiji Maeda is a Flower of War. So they are in here. Yo, Conquer, welcome back. Captain America. Captain Planet Material. Sorry, I keep hearing audio. It's like, do I have something up? No. Okay. Reduce your defenses, heal yourself, increase attack, lose health, and then more healing. This is fine. Alright, so Guan Yin Ping is in 3 slot. That's not bad. With added projectile, it'll be legit. Defeat 3 punished souls. Go, go, go! There's one here. This game does wreak havoc on your bit rate. If you ever plan to live stream this game, be prepared for it to look awful. I'm sure you all are seeing just a mess of pixels while I'm talking. Is that my phone? It's not the game, I think. Let me know if you all hear like random talking. If it is the game as like a weird soundtrack, because I do have all soundtracks turned on and randomized. Alright, that was pretty easy. We could maybe go wind, since we know there's lots of wind flowers. In case I have to like splash wind in here. Some free wisdom. That buffed our Muso attack. This is a brave general, but I think we like hard commit to Flower of War. Alright, so she's not usable yet because I don't have access to combo 4. We're gonna have to get that. We'll get the peach emoji. $3,000. This will give us more money. There are shops in the game, but I think if there's a chest, you should probably go for it. The chest could have the character's weapon inside of it. We also got wisdom from the last chest. There's a boss here. Let's try to break its poise, and then we'll do the ult. Destroy the decoy warrior, but I haven't beaten the boss yet. Alright, I'm just gonna ult here. Alright, boss is dead. Decoy warrior's here. We're good. Destroy barriers. Extra dodge roll is usually useful, where we don't know if we'll have another speed. I had no idea what that was, but apparently there was a freaking tent there. Alright, Karma Embers are used outside the run. Tears of Blood are used within the run. Let's keep it going. This is like the general flow of the game, but the stakes go up as you don't increase your power level. It's almost like you're playing an ARPG. That's why I don't like to really call it a survivor's game, because I feel like survivors, you're just up against the clock. And technically, as a DPS check, like, yeah, you are considered up against the clock. But I think this is a little bit different than that. Alright. We're rolling. Rolling. We could just get 5th fire. Even though, like, I have X amount of slots equipable, every one that I bring in, even if I have them on my bench, like unused, contribute their stuff, their activation effects. So this is still giving me formation techniques and flame attack power, even though we're not going to use that guy. Everything else is fine. We only want people doing fire attack right now. That's actually like in our roster. Everyone else non-fire goes on the bench. Bosses can be kind of weird because you have to break their poise. And typically they shine yellow for when they're vulnerable, and it's sometimes frame perfect. Alright, poise broken. I'm gonna try to get my ult. I think this kills. No, they'll go back. Yeah. It's unfortunate. Oh wait, I thought we had formation attacks. That wasn't like the supreme ulti. This game also requires a lot of like dodge and then continue the combo after. And as you level up the character, not like outside the run, but in the run itself, you can do a lot more like combo extenders. You might unlock access to a different combo. You might do just the Y button spam, depending on what character you're using. But boss is done. We get a treasure reward. Charge a symbol gauge when you take hits. Guarantees danger zones. No more peach emojis. 30 max HP is usually pretty good. The other one is based on taking damage from enemies. And it's not impossible to play like that, but I don't think we have any use for it. What I will say is that one run of this game I do feel like is fairly long. It's like 4 biomes and then a final boss instead of your typical like 3 biomes I think most games do nowadays. And of course I could be wrong about the final number. It's been a little while since I played. I'm always thinking about this game, which is the crazy part. That's why I was surprised to see it updated. We do need... No, we don't need Slay. Extend summon skill duration. So some of the abilities that come out, like tornadoes and whatnot, the tornado stays out for longer if I have more duration. Guy come over here. Says a minute 30 is always gonna seem like a crazy number to reach. Typically they come to you, which doesn't make it anywhere near as bad. Last one's way over here. Alright. You don't need to like milk the map or anything. I think you get most of the XP that you would get just from winning in the first place. Long Snake can now be selected. Oh, snap. We got Meng Huo. Yellow Heaven Arises is synergy with Zurong. Of course, this is our last Flower of War. That's kind of sad. But we do bring this in. Charges the assemble gauge by 20% at the start of each phase. So now we have to think about who actually needs to be in here and who doesn't. Oh, actually, we're fine, but eventually we have to take people out. So she is doing nothing yet. She needs 10 speedsters to level up her Dazzle Bullet Flame. He has his ability, increase his own attack and Zurong's attack. So we do want to bring him in the 4th slot, but we don't have access to that yet. Actually, we can take Dian Wei out and run this instead. Until we get more slots. And that probably is buffed with duration. But now I need speedsters. I still need 1 Flower of War. This game is so cool but looks complicated. I think I'd rather it be somewhat complicated. If it was just Mega Bonk levels of build making, I don't think I would have enjoyed it as much. It's like by the end of this, I need to have a 1 million DPS number to feel happy. Yeah, I guess like you could do that in Mega Bonk too. I don't know, it feels different here. Just defeat the ogre. The one-eyed ogre. This is the first boss. Just in a regular run. You can still take damage during this. You have to be somewhat careful. We did finally unlock the ulti, which is Spirit Bomb. I don't know why I only now have that. Maybe you need 6 people to do it. Nice. Definitely go fire here. Yeah, it looks like everything dies and it gives you the HP and XP anyway. We got a weapon for Zhang He, someone who I've probably never played before. Holy. Alright. Hard push for Flower of War. Okay, she's the last one. Even though we got Guan Ping in here, that's really unfortunate. Because he also has... It's like everyone in the Guan family has synergy with each other. But we may not use him at all if he's not fire. Definitely have to bring this in. So now Guan Yin Ping's ability is boosted. Ayane might have been a speedster. She was, so that helps out finishing off Dazzling Bullet. We need 5 speedsters. We did pick up Long Snake. Increased speed for the player. You can evade limitlessly, and enemies you touch while evading are knocked into the air. I think that's while you do the ulti. Yeah, I still have 2 dashes, normally. Speedsters. We don't need Flower of War. I don't know what speedsters might be available here. I think we need someone with skill. So I can access the 4th combo. Jeez. Because like right now I only literally have 2 combos. Maybe 3 on a good day. More defense. Defense and summoning skill duration. That's not bad. Withstand attack that deplete health to 0 every 5 minutes. Alright, we gotta think here. Alright. Fire speedsters. I think that's it. So just look for someone who's fire. Okay, that's 1. Fearless in the face of death is from 5 fire. Slightly charges Muso gauge when you attack enemies that are burning. This is the new character. I think you probably grab Ling Tong. I don't know if he goes in, though. I'm sure if I did recommended formation, the game's gonna, like, put him in there. Oh, wow. Why does it have Dian Wei in here? Oh, I know why. It's because the game doesn't know I don't have these 3 buttons, 4, 5, and 6. Slot 6 has a 40% damage bonus. So until we have that, it has to be those 3 up top. And I don't know if I have access to Fearless in the face of death if he's in the 6th slot. Wisdom. We need speedsters. We'll go for money here. Maybe buy out a shop the first time we see one. Defense up. Can't do a symbol. Evasion. Reduce their defenses. This should be fine. I'm in no danger.
Huh?
Wow, I just barely hit that. Get up! Some of the purple orbs can be destroyed, but I think the ones with a blue outline are indestructible. It's like the outplay is to actually just attack the purple orb. Please. Alright, boss is down. I do no damage. Alright, boss is dead. I gotta get a skill user. Okay, this is skill right here. So this should hopefully give us access to the 4th attack slot. I might need more than just 1 point. Typically, I would just sit on these and never use them, but maybe the reason why the game goes on for so long is I don't use the Avengers Assemble enough. Surely if I spam this, the run isn't half as long. Yeah, they just wiped them. Alright, so we have attack. It says attack 5, but it's combo 4. It's like really weird. Fire. Brave General. We wanted Brave General for some reason. I don't know who that character is. Ruler, but we're probably not going to use him. That's... I don't know who that is. I'm so bad at the names in this game. You can also like look in the bottom corner. It's underneath my camera. But the game tries to give you a little bit of a DPS estimation. I mean, it's not really DPS. It's an overall, like, quality value. But that is something that the game does try to provide. So we're going to bring in you here. We now have attack 4. Oh, that move sucks. I don't know about that one, Chief. Buffing herself. Alright, let's try this. It's better. I don't think it scales on duration. But the smoke cloud also did not scale on duration. So I don't know the point of using that. Some characters are support characters. They'll come out and do like an aura. And maybe the smoke cloud did an aura. I just don't know it. I should have read, I guess. Someone said the game seems needlessly complicated. Yeah, I guess reading is important here. I don't know how much reading you have to do in Megaball. Defeat the punished souls. Yeah, I used to do Vampire Survivors as like the usual comparison. Now it's Megaball. One down here. Wow. Please. Yeah, so I don't have infinite dash, but I can definitely see where I can dash into enemies and it does damage on Twin Snake. I don't know how many speedsters we need. Alright, more tears. She's done. We need 3 more speedsters. We need that guy. Sanada Yukimura needs skill users. 1 more Sanada. That would actually be legit. Attack for flame attribute. So Sanada, speedsters. That's who we're looking for right now. We'll get the fire no matter what. Sacrificial Gambit, increase attack for heroes with the Master Gunner emblem, which we do not have much of. Synergy with Sanada. Boost herself. But she's ice. This is only buffing Zurong as just a generic fire guy. Same thing here. Appeal from the King of Nanzong. I am using him. No idea what that was. Can I preview? Oh, I guess you do it here. It's just might users. Oh, he's not buffing her yet. I thought he was. Lightning, I don't think we care about. So I'm assuming she just gets attack power? Like, I can't tell if her actual ability looks different. It just goes all across the map. I'm taking some real damage. It's a good way to bring everyone together. Just in time for the holidays. His Muso is really strong for some reason. Speedster, buffing herself. More skill users. Seven out of 10. I think you just grab it. I'm getting low on rerolls. We don't bring her in, even though she has Flower of War tech. She's not fire, so she's gonna do less damage because we're doing like 100% more fire. Thanks to Sanada. Alright, second boss. I feel like it took me a while to get here. I was out of reach. Oh yeah, I forgot we can like quick cast these with a longer cooldown. Obviously, I did that incorrectly, but it came out the way I wanted. It's like I can press R1 to bring her out automatically. Nice. We might be able to kill it here. Wishful thinking. Oh, man! That's not enough? One full phase of barrier to get through? Oh, I did that too early. Unfortunate. I feel like the game's not much dash revolution. Like, I do have to dodge a lot. I feel like they're methodical. I mean, maybe you all would say otherwise. Like, I'm dodging in certain directions. I'm choosing to either do a double dash or not. I'm choosing to, like, extend the combo on dash and not drop it. I'm thinking. I'm not just spamming over here. It shows you a 3 of one of the following emblem. All formations are available. That's quite strong. Shortens the summoning cooldown of 1, 3, and 5 by half. Also very strong. I'm gonna try Secret Technique. As long as I don't hit Charm or maybe Wisdom. Definitely not Charm, I'd be happy. It hit Charm. I mean, it's Avengers Assemble duration and some cooldown reduction, but we weren't scaling Charm this whole time. And now they just gave me 3 of them. And I don't think any of the characters who are like fire focused, like there are Charm fire folk, but definitely not any of the ones that we were gonna use, I think. I'm sure there's people out there who like know every character by heart. Like we were doing some TFT for Box TFT boot camp. And at that point, you have to start to memorize, like, what characters are available at what ranks. I wouldn't be surprised if there's people who know this game to that level. Which is legit. Like, definitely shout-outs to them. Is the Avengers Assemble extended cut. Muso charge amount. I did pick up the 1 win because I thought we were going to go Flower of War here. What did you just stumble into? We're doing exclamation point 25. 2025. We're showing off action roguelikes that came out this year. Some of those people forgot existed. I think you just grab the Speedster and don't waste a reroll here. Did you ever check out Vivid World? No. I have a little bit of hours in Vivid Night. I think it's the name of it. I did not try Vivid World. Are you saying that should be a consideration for the list? Also, good to see you, Navakata. Anything but Hades 2. It's like just games that haven't been shown yet. or I'm a big proponent for it. That's the criteria right now. So we did Cryptical Path earlier. We did Hyperlight Breaker before that, but now we found out that Hyperlight Breaker actually has a plan post game closure. This must be Bitrate Destroyer 2000. Oh yeah. That was one of the reasons why, even though I did stream this game a fair amount, I struggled to like really get into it because I can't stream. It's just gonna look terrible. Definitely go skill here. Try to get access to the last combo sets. I don't know if you saw my message earlier, but I asked if you played Warriors Abyss since Ninja Gaiden stuff, and here we are. I did play Ninja Gaiden Warriors Abyss. I mean, apparently they did an update just not yesterday, but like 2 days ago, adding 3 more characters, which is like kind of crazy in my opinion. That would finish off 6 coin crest. Is that the fire attack? It is. Increase attack of the flame attribute by 100%. We could bring in the waifus. It is boosting some stuff. Just to say that. I'm getting boosted bringing in the waifu characters. Let's go here. I haven't found a single shop yet. And one thing I don't like about PS5, they took away the update history. As in, you can't tell if the game got updated while you were like on standby mode. That's weird. I feel like that's information I think the user would like to know. Yo, Virgo, welcome on in. I was considering buying this game, which is now on sale on Steam. I'd love to hear your feedback. I've never played a Musou game before, but I'm a veteran of roguelikes thanks to Advance. Well, you definitely don't have to have played a Musou game before. The only thing that helps you is like either like knowing how combos work. In Musou games, they're all the same. It's square, square, triangle, square, 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 triangle, square, 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 triangle. It's like X number of light attacks into a heavy attack. Like, that's as much as you need to know from a Musou background. Unless you want to be a fan of the characters. If you're a fan of, like, Hattori Hanzo, or a fan of Lu Bu, you might, like, you know, associate that into this game, and now that's a little more enjoyment for you. Not a deal breaker, though. I would say that this game has a lot of characters to it. So as a, like, one and done, definitely not a one and done game. This is a game where, like, getting unlocks and trying out new characters is where, like, half the fun is. I would recommend it, to be honest. I thoroughly enjoy this game. And they've done multiple updates since day one release that has made it better. I haven't used all the content yet, because there's a lot of, like, once you beat a run, now you have, like, that run, that roster saved, and you can use that roster in, like, challenge modes. I have not done that stuff yet. I don't know if that's, like, good or bad. And on paper, that sounds great. I only ever, because I'm, you know, doing the stream, I only ever really do a run, and then, like, that's probably the end of the stream, or we next game it. But whenever I do that, I have fun. I've yet to have a moment where, like, I turned on Warriors Abyss and wish I hadn't. And there are roguelikes where that happens. Why in the world am I playing this game right now? As far as, like, roguelikes, like a Slay the Spire, like, trying to 200 IQ your way through the game. It has some of that once you get past like your first win. It's really about trying to build up. Like, there's all of these things here. You could try to build up the meter just by stacking fire, for example. And that's like about as basic as you can make it. And will it win? Sure, it can win. But the like real fun to me is trying to figure out that you're running Zurong. Zurong wants to see Menghuo. They're both fire, so we gotta stack fire. Zurong wants speedsters. We still need one speedster. We also have Flower of War because of Guan Yinping. So we ended up getting other... Who's the other Flower of War stuff? Well, it's her herself, but then there's other folks in here too. But like, you're trying to actually make something compared to just I stacked damage up and I beat the game. I have incredibly high crit rate and I beat the game. That's the YouTube thumbnail and title. I stacked damage until I beat the game. Holy crap. Subscribe. I am talking too much. I should have just hit R2 a long time ago. Now I have to deal with the decoy warrior. Might be a little easier once we have access to combo 5. I'm assuming his combo 5 is actually legit. More Vig. So some attacks have a range to it. We can see what each character can do. I believe some do have buffs on everything. But like if I go to Guan Yinping, she has level 1 of, I think that's projectile count. Level 2 of area. She does not get any benefit from cooldown. Zurong gets benefits from all 3. Projectile count, area, and... Is that cooldown? I think that's uptime. Like that can stay out for longer now that it's level 2. And then it can get projectile up. Stuff like that. Duration, thank you. The Atelier characters are Flower of War. I did pass some of them. I don't know if they're gonna go in, but they are definitely available. I thought we had Appeal of the King. Crap, I'm missing one might? Or fist? I think that's vigor. I need one speedster, though. That's 2. I mean, surely we can always get a speedster, right? Surely. It was exactly what I was afraid of. The fact that it might be boring for you because of its Muso nature, not knowing exactly what I was going to play. I'll gladly follow the live stream to get an idea. Yeah, I'd say if it was just like run through a giant, I guess, a giant, I don't know, campus with warriors to kill and maybe a little bit of stat growth, like that might be a little bit underwhelming. And to be fair, like to be fully transparent, the way how you're seeing the game played right now, except for the challenges, which I have not done, this is how the game is going to look. It's going to be a big mob of enemies. or like a boss, and then me trying to chain my moveset. There's only been a few builds that have like deviated from this, where maybe I have like super cooldown reduction on one character, or I may have characters that summon each other. So like ideally, I don't have to do all of the summons. I'm going from like combo 1 to combo 2. Anytime anyone comes off of cooldown, I'm going into their combo. Building up Muso gauge. Like that overall flow of combat is gonna be the same, I would assume, even in the challenge modes. But like I said, it's also a test of your ability to do DPS. So it's twofold. Like, yeah, the combat is gonna look the same, but if the numbers aren't there, I'm going to die. And I kind of like that in a lot of roguelikes. Like, we did Hell Clock recently, and Hell Clock is literally on a timer. So if you can't out DPS the game, not only could you die, but you could just lose the timer. Compared to Vampire Survivors, where it's like the whole run will end at X timer with a final boss. Fire, Master Archer. We do not use Master Archer. It's like, are there any other fire speedsters? Now Masa, Brave General, that might be something. There's only one. So I think you just take Momoji. Alright, so we're done with speedsters. We still need whoever that guy is. We still need skill. There should be lots of skill users for Slay, because I don't have access to all my combo yet. I had an insane Rachel run the other day, felt like a god. Yeah, they do a very good job, actually. Like, once you get the power fantasy, it actually does feel good. Like, I'm not even thinking about what my burn is doing right now from Sanada. Even though I should be, I guess. Really, I'm more focused on Zurong. Zurong and the king guy, whose name I don't know. We have to get skill. Alright, that unlocked attack 5, even though it says attack 6. Oh, it does 5 and 6. So now we have that, which is a stun. Like a big AoE stun. We have triple dash. I'm doing all these dashes because during this, I guess, ulti, my dash does damage. That's specific to one of the pieces of equipment I'm using. I kind of messed up here. Is it gonna let me kill the boss? 45 seconds. Alright. We got the knock. No way that doesn't kill.
Chat. What happened?
Yo!
What happened?
Virgo with the first ever Prime. Virgo, welcome. Yo, shout out to the Virgos in the chat. I'm not gonna get this challenge. My fellow Virgos out there. Belated birthdays, too. I spent too long trying to go for that boss. Failure. I should have just let the boss go. Meat buns of love. I don't believe we need that. We definitely need skill. I guess we don't now, since we have access to all the combo. She's charm. I mean, that's more Avengers Assemble. Guan Ping is in here. I guess this is fine. Alright, we gotta start going for fire. I'm assuming formation. We can bring in Huang Gai. You're giving me start fights with a symbol gauge. I don't really care about that much. We still need that person. Tactical mist. Release a special mist guaranteed to burn nearby enemies. I'm surprised burn is not a 100% success rate. Causes an explosion that damages nearby enemies when you attack enemies with burn. Woo. Yo, don't doubt the woo. Okay. I'm sure recommended formation's completely different than that. Charm. Way. Alright, there's lots of woo in here. Alright, we need woo. I need meat buns of love, if you know what I mean. Hey, Christmas is coming up. Santa might hook you up. It might be that easy. You gotta be on the good list, though. I assume there's benefit from killing this thing. More strength. What gives projectile count? That's duration. Summoning skill shots is wisdom. And there's healing in there too. Crap. Alright, we need the woo. Desperate Measures, Strategy of Divine Flames is actually a duo with whoever that guy is. When you inflict burn, cause explosions. So that's the thing we're looking for. Changes the status affliction of summoning skill amplifying orb to 100%. And we got summon count. Amplifying orb. Is that his attack? Sometimes it's literally just their attack. Yes, it is. He does amplifying orb. So we definitely want Zhao Yu in. I think Guan Yinping. Increase attack of explosive bullet. I think she's the only person doing explosive bullet. So she's gonna come out. Wang Gai is going in the front. Even though Zurong The game's saying this is a 300 DPS increase. That's like 0.1% DPS. Holy. We're in there, chat. Good God, the dopamine hits of this game is crazy. I feel like I just scrolled through 10,000 TikToks. Yeah, the first time seeing the Spirit Bomb. So good. Yes, now we have more projectiles. Yeah, he does 3 instead of just the 2. I think everyone is benefiting from projectile count. Maybe not that. Rip bit rate. Remember, chat, this is for the February release for 2025. We looked at January earlier. You had no idea you missed out on games like this. That's what we're here for. We're helping you out, one game at a time. Summoning cooldown. Barrier damage is okay too. We got Rachel. Boosts herself. She's not fire. Neither is Ryu. Double vigor. It's just raw attack power. They're saying Ryu is a 66,000 DPS bonus because he's got all of those emblems. It's like a god. SSR. We're not going to utilize it, and we don't really get much benefit from all those stat bonuses. I mean, we do. But none of the characters want to see Ryu in this roster. Wow, I missed that? I have no gauge ready. This is the best I can do. My Muso does like no damage. It's like I'm better off just doing attacks. Like, I'm really bad at doing the quick cast for some reason. I was gonna say, I probably don't need the ult here. I think it was just dead anyway. We're now at the point where it costs 2 fire per 1 upgrade. Charge. I think maybe apply fire on dodge roll. I'm assuming that's what that is. I don't remember seeing like explosions on burning enemies. I'm pretty sure we must have a 100% burn. But maybe not. Because there was one guy that like guarantees 100% on his own attack. Death Defiance, more crystal beads, lose all your money. I have 26,000 because the shop has not shown up yet. Are there no shops at this difficulty? Is that the problem? Why would I have not seen a shop? I think they maybe change it so that one shop shows up towards the end of the run. You can see status inflict chance in the menu. I feel like this would be a great place to see it. Player hero. 60% chance for fire. Oh yeah, Guan Yu was the one who wanted Brave General. He gets stats for Brave General. Alright, let's try to get over here. Oh, usually that's a path. I guess the path is over here right now. It's a lot of enemies. It's quite a bit. I try not to look down too long, just staring at my cooldowns. Just like briefly look down there to see what's coming up next and try to memorize that. Otherwise, you'll be looking there the entire time. We aren't running Zhang. Xing Sai is a synergy with Guan Yinping. April Showers Wind. I think we still commit to fire for now. It's just gonna be kind of hard to find all of these. That's the last Wu. We are using him, I believe. Yeah. I mean, there are fire Wus, but we can't be greedy here. Yeah, I swear there's like no shops anymore. Shops are more scarce at higher difficulties. I'm in 4 BC right now. I don't think I have true ending in this game yet. I don't think this run is true ending available. Oh my god, that was 100 damage. I feel like it's so weird to take damage in this game. It's like, why in the world am I taking damage and not everything is dead? How is that possible? 400 enemies in record time. We can do that. That's easy. All right. Someone was still attacking that whole time. SlimyYy. Maeda, who happens to be Flower of War. Lusu. Dongzhuo. Doesn't give us anything else, but we do want the fire. At launch, it used to be that traversal levels were character bound. Yeah, that was when I wasn't recommending the game. I did recommend it to some of my fellow streamers, but for players, like, I would have fun, but then I would say, hey, by the way, just so you know, it's a very grindy game because you have to beat the game with every character. But they have since relaxed that. Which you all may not follow me on Twitter. If you don't, be sure to follow me. Every time they did an update for this game, Koei Tecmo would post that, hey, we did an update in Warriors Abyss, and I would reply to that saying, hey, the best thing you all could do, in my opinion, is remove the restriction of one character per win per progression. Please consider, if you have beaten the game on a difficulty, that the player will probably not want to redo that difficulty or less on another character. They would like to do the next difficulty on a new character. And eventually they did do it. So W's to the devs for that one. They're on the block. It's tough out there. Without good, meaningful feedback. I get it. $15. And then we might get one here if we're lucky. 16 fire is flame power up, and then the last one is protective star, which conjures several orbs with flame attribute that circle around you. There's one that's around me right now. Sun Quan is apparently the person everyone has been waiting for. He has his own buff for dazzling bullets. Increase attack for heroes with Wu. Was Guan Yin Ping buffing dazzling bullet? No, explosive bullet. All right, let's check recommended formation. So it's still Zurong. It's still Sanada. It's actually everyone I had. Oh, it put in Ling Tong. Huh. Over Huan Gai. Well, he only buffs himself, so maybe that's okay. She only buffs herself. Sun Quan. We're using 3 Wu? Yes. He has to be better than Ling Tong. But maybe like the guaranteed burn is stronger than I think it is. I'm willing to see what the game decides. We still need whoever this guy is. I wish you could like click something and see who that character is and what their stats are. That did not help me. Oh, I must have hit cancel. Yeah, so like, if I could hover over there and see who that person is, boost Meng Huo. This is Meng Huo. I don't know who is required to boost him. When? It's like, would I recognize the face? He's not there. People gave it a pass, saying that because characters have accumulative levels, that it was stupid to play on higher levels with fresh characters. It didn't make sense. I can see that argument if they meant to say you cannot beat the game if you haven't used that character before. But the game is scaling all your characters' attack and health. Every time you unlock characters, you get attack, health, and defense. So even if you haven't used that character for the first time, it's better than someone playing that character as their first character. I wouldn't be surprised if game devs who like add that kind of meta to the game are like, hey, I highly doubt you will be able to beat my game. So please play it on first difficulty, even if you beat the game with another character. And it's like, you can't assume that players can't win. I mean, in some ways, sure, you probably have to do that, just to make sure that the game is beatable. But give the player the chance to push themselves, rather than like just pigeonholing it to, well, you all won't win anyway, so play on the lower difficulty, grind your way up, trust us. And it's not to say that that was like why it was that way in the first place, but I could see someone as like an indie dev in a complete vacuum with no feedback except release the game as mixed on early access release. They thought they knew, but they didn't ask the right people. It's all about the build and how you cook. Hey, I'm with you. Oh wow, the spider webs? Who's doing spider webs? Oh no, that's the spider effect from the new formation. That's really cool looking. Yo, the dopamine has shown up again. My one brain cell is activated. This is last fire. Fire here and then fire at the tree, and we'll be at 18. Any fire above that, I think has no effect. I don't know if it just gives you straight attack power, but I would assume we're done. Musou is pronounced with a long O at the end. Thank you, thank you. Fire 18. Sun Wu's command. Status affliction to 100% for heroes with Wu emblem. That's interesting. I'd have to slot him in though, and I don't think. I mean, technically, he has his bonus, too. We're missing the strategist if we were to go this route. 100% burn chance. We must have enough with the fire smoke. Surely we don't need more. 124. We're up to 2.5 million DPS. We do still want to hit Brave General because our base character gets 5% per Brave General. And I highly doubt I have all of them. I'm gonna go for this just to get the chest. 2.5 mil. If that doesn't beat the game, I don't know what will. I be boosted to drop a game like this. I sold it. Big mob. Can't even see where I'm going. If you all thought it looked bad on the stream, imagine what I'm looking at. My 50-70's cooking right now. Trying to spawn all these colors. Don't even ask what the Ryzen 9 is doing. I don't remember if it's a Ryzen 9 or not. I have to ask the people in chat who picked out the parts when we did that one stream. Skill. Defeat 400 enemies. But remember, if I was weak, this would be an issue. You can be weak in this game. I know you're looking at this thinking, how could he possibly lose? We also have not fought Lu Bu yet. So, just hold on to that thought. It's this boss. So in one more stage, so the next stage after this one, nice, a weapon. Beyond Shi. Then we'll worry about how winnable the game was. So attribute attack 600. I'm gonna get the next fire. Fire's capped out, but we'll see if it goes above 600. In that case, it's like not worth getting more fire if it does not go above 600. There's probably slight diminishing returns if you have other characters in your roster, but I currently do not. There's no one over here. I came all this way to like see kind of like a little area. And ain't no one here. I should have stayed in the room I spawned in. I love that move. It's so sick looking. Like, they didn't have to add the enemy hitting your monitor and doing a breaking glass effect. Like, I'd love to hear in the board meeting, like when they're spitballing the ideas for the game, who decided to put characters fly into the screen. That person needs a raise. That's that like Vampire Survivors level of dopamine hit. That sucks. Only 24 damage though. 64 damage now. That's what I get for not hitting R2. We are trying to push wisdom to the chat. Trying to get y'all wizened up. Okay, fire. They probably said, remember turtles in time? Let's do that. Yo, that's a shout out. Maybe even an age check for some people. We'll bring in Lu Xun. We did manage... Oh, we still don't have the strategist. But I highly doubt he goes in. I doubt. Alright. Boss time. Lu Bu time. AKA possible time to lose. I already got hit. I didn't actually do something. He might die to this. I pulled this out kind of early, but apparently it was already worth it. He is burning during the cutscene. That's nice. Flashbang. Wow, broke again. Out of range. I'm not doing my full combos. It's like I can't get over there. Didn't realize I got this back already. Does fire ignore shield and does direct damage? I thought it was doing damage to the poise meter during the cutscene. Like the poise meter was still going down. That's how I assume it works. Strength. Defense. Attack speed. Let's see if we can hit the defense. I do believe we get a final shot with $44,000. I think that's how the game works. Yeah. I think this is new. Guaranteed shop at the end, and you just buy out the whole thing because you should have enough money. Big bonus, 220,000 for some reason. $8,000. 119,000. These have to be made up numbers, because it's like all he added was lightning damage. Like the fortify during a symbol, like yeah, I can understand that, but wind defense is worth that much? Dang. Attack for player hero for every bolt, every ice, every bolt, every wind. This gives 50% damage on left and right. We're doing defense with 20% in every corner. I mean, that's a lot. That's a lot of a lot. White Tiger? That was a 1 million DPS increase. Oh, snap. 5 mil. I think this is the correct formation, actually. Well, it probably wants... I know what it wants. It definitely wants Ling Tong in, like, the 60% slots. Yeah. Alright. I'm good with it. I say we send it. I just looked up and he had half health with a healthy shield. Yeah, I was able to do enough during his defense phase. Like his broken defense phase. I got scared. Yeah, it's burning, but it's not going through the barrier. Wow, that was close. Good damage. Good burn. The burn's doing different damage. I wonder if everyone's burn does its damage separately. Like it has currently 6 stacks of burn. Or maybe like it's the 200 and the 40s is like the aura around me. Oh no! Is this your true form? Don't hold back, hero. Read it slightly. I think it's fine. I messed up. That was supposed to be attack 3. Marzi, how much do you do the summon cancel? Like the quick summon. Oh wow, I did not mean to hit circle. Like all my DPS just gone. Potential DPS just gone. I could have lit him up. It's so ridiculous. I don't normally attack during this. I don't think the boss is invulnerable during both. Or I guess vulnerable during both. I think the boss will get up at any point during that cutscene. Like during my ultimate, it could just get up. Even though the timer's paused, the monster is not paused. That wasn't half bad. Might even be a PB. I don't know what we were at in the past. 5.3 million. Is that a PB? That's 4 BC. Do you want to save this soul record to play Depths and the Void? I guess. It's not a PB. 10 million. What do you mean I did double in the past? 12 million? Wow. I mean, maybe the game's changed since May. Maybe you can't get 12 million like you can now. It's not bad. 17, 17, 15. Where can I see those? Like, I don't know what this is. So 17, 17, 15. That's more than this. This got to 25 speed. And it's only a 1.8 mil. This is 18, 14, 14. And then the one I just played was 19, 17. Crap, I never saw if the last fire gave me more than 600 I could probably figure that out at some point. So, for February, V, why were you even playing this game? We were playing this because we're looking at the different games that we played throughout 2025. Different roguelikes. Let's... Oh, you can't minimize that. We were in February. Warriors Abyss first released here. I only used like 1/10 of the roster. You can't play 100%. It's like not feasible. What else came out in February? We're probably gonna end stream here just to say that. I was thinking I'd maybe show Reality Break, but I think this game's just too involved. It's like gonna take me 3 hours to show one quote-unquote run of this game, because the run is almost like a campaign. I also played Soda Man. V, how could you not show Soda Man? I can't show this today. It's gonna be too much. Your brain can only take so much dopamine.
I'm here to drink soda and kick ass, but I'm all out of soda.
Yo, log in. Save the soda. You know, I never checked this game for AI disclosures. Before you tell the viewer to log in, maybe see if you're logging into AI.
Zero G, full fizz.
See? Only thing you remember from 2025 is Hades 2 and Silk Song. Look at what you've been missing out on. 76, 73? Oh, what about those AI disclosures? I mean, it doesn't say it has AI. That means you can trust it. Why would they not disclose if there's AI or not? That would be dishonest. Okay. Yeah, or maybe you were only playing Expedition 33. Your entire 2025 was 3 games. Meanwhile, here we are, 177 in the queue with a lot of Marvel rivals. Okay, to be fair, I was also playing my own Expedition 33, but I can also attest that 176 games were played. Well, okay, there's 3 here. 174 games were played that were not these 3. The median is only 4. Yeah, replace these with Call of Duty, Overwatch. What else is on Steam? Tarkov is on Steam now. CS:GO. Like, show me someone who has Expedition 33 in this top little section. Maybe Silk Song. Hades 2 for sure will be in here somewhere. All right, chat. I think we're good. Fantastic stream today. Back-to-back releases. We looked at Hyperlight Breaker. We looked at What did we do after Hyperlight? We did Cryptical Path after Hyperlight Breaker. And then we finished off with Warrior's Abyss. I would have liked to have shown March. So, like, the next time we stream, which is tomorrow, I think we have Fellowship tomorrow. And then I'll probably do some, yeah, Fellowship tomorrow. I'll also try maybe Soda Man, but I would like to do a March game. We just have to see what released in March. Rogue Ganesia, Nubby's Number Factory, Void's Vigil. Oh, bangers after bangers. Scholar of the Arcane Arts. Metal Bringer, another game that I can't stream because of bitrate. Rainbreaker. Meteor Fall. Maybe I could even show a Godstone. I don't know. This one was a little difficult. Nothing necessarily wrong with the game. It just took me a while to get to the fun part. So, like, if I were to show this, I'd probably get through tutorial and then have the next game in. Metal Bringer was a weird game. Not fully fun. Yeah, I kept dying at a certain part in Metal Bringer. And I feel like either I'm not playing the game correctly, or I don't understand how to scale my character up. This game's interesting. It definitely has some cool ideas in it in terms of like making a character. But just sometimes getting through an actual biome, it's like it's not a lot happening. Just like a zombie here and there. Like, it showed cool bosses. The bosses are probably great, but a lot of the enemies are just, you know, a zombie. I didn't read that it's Angus the Smuggler. Is that a reference? Is that the guy from Dark Souls? Sorry, and my camera's a little wonky here. Chat, we're good to go, people. Thank you all for tuning in today. The stream could not be possible without you, the viewer. I encourage you to follow the channel, get notified when we go live. If you are Primer out there, like Amazon Prime, especially because it's the holiday season, you can spend Bezos' $5 to become a Prime sub over here on Twitch. We had a couple of those today, so feel free to join them. You can even do it offline in case you feel a little bit awkward doing it while live. I get it. I'm subscribed to people offline too. But we're gonna end it here. Thank you all for tuning in today. Tomorrow's stream, more of 2025 roguelikes plus Fellowship. Either way, have a good night, good day, good evening, good whatever, wherever you are. Yeah, we can do some music. I know there's Warrior's Abyss in the background. Have a good night, good day, good evening, good whatever, wherever you are. And I'll see you all on Tuesday.